questions on the middle school or elementary school? Okay. Go on to discussion item C, annual hearing and review of parental involvement policy 7205. Mr. Norvell handed that out to us.
Yeah, I apologize, that was supposed to be in your packet, and it was not, but each year we review this policy every year. It's a little bit like the student fee policy. They require you to review it every year. And I think the last time we made a change in this parental policy was August of '06, but it's, well, that's probably the last time it was reviewed. I don't think we've made any changes in it, but basically, it's in front of you there. It's a mandated policy from the legislature, and we review it every year at this time.
Any questions on this one?
So this will be a hearing at the next meeting?
No, this is the review, this is the hearing. It's not anything you have to advertise and declare. It's just student fee is done the same way as this one, so.
It says discussion, and there's no action.
There's no action to take unless we decide to change the policy. If we make a change to it, then we'll have it as an action item next month, yes.
Questions? Everybody's okay with it? We'll accept it as is. And move on to, go ahead and I'll move us on to then D, strategic plan to accomplish goals and board evaluation. With this, guys, what I was looking at is, in the packet, we have sent out our goals of what we did back in December of 2010 for the board members. I'd like you guys to take a look at this and actually review it so we can actually discuss it in July. That's okay, give us 2 months. And then we'll discuss it in July, see where we're at with it, and just actually look at ourselves and say, are we meeting or are we going the direction we said we wanted to go as a board? And it kind of ties in with our next one. Well, actually, it ties in with our thing with Mr. Fritz, Dr. Fritz, and looking at that of, as a board challenging ourselves of, following policy and, setting policy and looking at that type of thing. So.
Do we have the recap from the workshop?
We have it. I don't think we sent it out to everyone yet, probably.
Yeah, let's see. We can get that out. We'll.
Mr. Norvell, when I called you the other day, I thought you said you were going to have it for tonight.
Yeah, I think I did. And I didn't have it. I think I put in Sean's board evaluation because he wanted to make sure he went over that from last December. But I will get it to everybody.
Okay.
Can we get that to us and we can go over both of them in July?
Yeah. I'd like to take the one of Don Fritz's,
Do it separate.
set up a plan. Well, I think we can incorporate them, but we can wait till July and mesh them together if that's what you'd like to do. But
Or you can go in June with it and go with Don Fritz's, and I'll do in July with this. I think,
Okay.
have this as a carryover.
Sounds good.
Okay, you're not talking about policy review at this point.
Not yet, that'll be.
Thank you.
So what we'll do is the board evaluation, I'll hold on this, folks, and make sure that we're all ready to, go over this, talk about it in July, and Mr. Norvell will do the thing with Mr. Fritz.
I thought it was, a lot of the things the 3 headings that you had were pretty much lined up with what he kind of got out of us that night, so I thought there was a lot of alignment there that we can maybe maybe share them together. So, but it'll be good to look at them both, so that'll work fine.
Any questions? Okay. If not, we'll move on to board policy review. And that's what Sherry had asked me to put on our discussion item, so that we can then look at it into action item next with both you and Roger.
Actually, what I really wanted was not so much policy discussion, but we've got a couple of policies that we could start with. It just says, are we going to review them every 2 years like it says we're supposed to? Or do we want to change that? So if you would look at the very first statutory authority, which is 1101.
And I'll admit, I did not bring my policy book with me.
Then at the next meeting, I would really like to have at least the first 5 policies, specific policies for review, so that we can start to move forward. So that everybody has a chance to look at them. Yes, we're going to do what we did with the thing on the parental thing. Are we going to keep them, or are we going to get rid of them, or are we going to change them?
And I've talked to Mr. Norvell a little bit about this, Sherry, too. I'd like to have you on if you want to look at a committee or not, but I'll let Mark go ahead and talk about some options we have here.
I just want to give you some background on policies. Every, I want to say it's June, ESU 6 contracts with the Perry Guestford Law Firm, which is a school law firm in Lincoln. Not the one we use, but it's the other big name school law firm. They contract with them for policy updates. And the ESU pays for them, and then all of us ESU 6 superintendents get access to those. So they'll send us, after the legislative session's over, I want to say June, they'll send us 15 to 20, that would be in a normal year, suggested policies or policies revisions. So we usually sit down at the ESU 6 superintendents and go through those, and we'll take some of them and bring them back, and I'll present them to you guys a lot of times in July or August. That's normally when we do our policy changes. I also, and it does say in our board policy that the board should review the policies biannually, or once every 2 years, but